Hello, everybody. We have now been freaking it for one full week, and so I decided to make an update video, and I will be making update videos every week for two reasons. The first and the more important one is I must break the ice on getting myself to talk for 10 to 15 minutes in a recorded fashion. I know that sounds ridiculous given I stream for 4 to 5 hours at a time, but as a creator, I have made a habit of overthinking my 60-second videos for a very, very long time. I'm beginning to break that habit, but I've made a habit of overthinking them. And I'll do the stream for 4 to 5 hours, but when I think about making a 10-minute video or a 15-minute video, I begin trying to overdo it to such a degree that it never gets done. I'm not good at just doing something and letting it exist in the 10 to 15-minute range, and I think that is the background of most fiscally healthy channels I look at. Even if I get the desired shorts outcome on the main channel, if I am unable to just come up with a fucking argument and talk about it and post it, that will always haunt me, because I'll look at like a Quips and Guac video, a Trinket Mage video, a Snail video, a Prof video, and I'll just be like, man, I am taking this shit too seriously. And that is not shade to them, that is shade to me. I am expecting myself to put together a fucking Bo Burnham show for a 13-minute YouTube video, and I can both do that and I can do things that are not that. So I have ideas in my head for things that are going to be on my internal level of Bo Burnham. I'm sure it will not be received as well as Bo Burnham's work is, because he is fucking fabulous. But I have things internally that feel like that, and then I'm trying to get better at things that aren't that. So that's reason one, we're breaking the ice on that. Reason two is I think 1 week is about the perfect reflection period for anything in your life. And so I would like, since this is the experimental channel, and if you are watching this channel, you have probably like bought into me trying to chase this dream, genuinely, and it is a good comment farm, but genuinely, in the comments, leave what you have done in the past week that is furthering a dream you are working on. Because I think if you are trying to chase something and you are not reflecting on it on a weekly basis, and you don't have something to show for it on a weekly basis, you're not driving the car. There are some goals that will take a very, very long time to mature. There are extremely few goals that will not have something you can reflect on a week-to-week basis. And we only get about 4,000 weeks in our life. Yes, I read that out of a fucking time management book. Don't at me, whatever. But you get 4,000 weeks in the average human lifespan. I optimistically will get 1,000 weeks to do this. That would be an incredibly long-lived career. I got a quarter of my life doing it. Most people get 0 weeks trying to do something like this. Maybe I only get 200. I've used, I think, about 100 so far, the amount of time I've been active in content creation. So I think if I'm really trying to do this well, and I am not lining up for a home run every single week, and I'm not reflecting on the swings I took in the previous week, that is a mistake. So reflecting on this previous week, we've made the new channel. I think I've posted like 3 times to the new channel, and I posted 4 times to the old channel. So on average, we got 1 thing posted every day. On the new channel, views are crap. We're not going to talk about the views because they don't matter, because everything I posted on the new channel I count as a success for the simple reason that I never would have filmed it on the old channel. Absolutely would not have. Maybe some version of the aggro players having to ask permission thing I did, but all of those were like, there was either one dumb line I wanted to say, there was one stupid little thing I wanted to work on, and I never would have thought those like I would have worried about how they messed with the algorithm on the main channel. So the fact that they get to exist in a context where they otherwise would not have existed, period, great. So the meat of the reflection is now going to be what's happening on the main channel. Can I draw any conclusions from it? That is don't worry about that. That's the Twitch thing. So this week I had 4 shorts posted, and I really, really want to cope and be like, hey, life stuff came up. I was traveling basically all day Friday, basically all day Saturday. And so I really want to be like, oh, well, I could have done more if life stuff didn't come up. But I think part of the reason I am turning this into a system, part of the reason I am trying to work this a little bit better is because life stuff is always fucking coming up. So I'm trying to do this in a way where it's going to be resilient to life stuff coming up. So I got 4 out. I think that's within the expectations of the 3 to 5 a week that I set. The best one is the oldest one, which is unsurprising. And we're at about 300K, 250K, 200K, 210K. Now, I tried something different with the titling scheme. Historically, all of these have been titled Commander Name, Commander Roast, or As Commander. And with 3 of them, I tried just doing like vague sort of clickbaity titles. And I'm gonna throw around the word clickbait a lot, and I don't want you all to think that I've sold out totally. My not understanding, my interpretation of clickbait is it is clickbait if you don't deliver. If I say something very enticing, if I say something that sounds really cool or really weird or really out there, and then I give you that thing or that feeling, not clickbait, it's okay that I did that. If I tell you this is the craziest commander I've ever seen, and then I talk about a mono white life gain commander, that's clickbait. Did not deliver. So they didn't need it. I don't think that's clickbait right now, because in the video, my main thrust is landfall players did not need Artifact Storm to count as landfall. I think that's true. I cannot be trusted with this with fishing gear. Very true. I am going to annoy all of my friends with this card. Do not free my guy. Also true. I do not think Jin Gitaxias should have come off the game changer list. And I think maybe the only thing that's like clickbaity about this version is the tensing. Right? Maybe it should have been like they should not have freed my guy, but I felt like that flowed better for the title. So it is interesting that the only one where I used the real title is doing the worst. From a views perspective, these are pretty good. I wonder if I can get the... Look at that, $53. It's very nice. It's very far outside the gray band. The problem with looking at the gray band for these types of videos right now is that gray band is the average, which is dragged down by every other short I've ever posted, including all the dog shit ones. So there's a different band for just Commander Roast that I don't know how to look at, but these views are so high that it's definitely outside that band too. Now, it's also a very hyped avatar card. That's part of why. So this working, and we're not going to, and this is the thing that I'm not going to know for a few more weeks. I think this working is all of these videos maturing to 400K plus. Because if I go a month back, what's that, around the 20th? So if I go to a roast about a month back, here's one that's doing well. Or here's 2 that are doing well. There's Arthur and there's Venat. This one's 300K, this one's 350K. I think the bar will be when they're a month old, are they meaningfully higher than this? And we have some lower, like Emmett Selks, also around 300. General Crete 284, Ansrag 368, 338 for Mr. Negative. So I want to start moving this bar up one little piece at a time. And so 3 weeks from now, we'll know for sure. Right now, I wonder if I can see anything on this graph. So it's like $250,000 in the first 4 days. And look at that, $57. That's so nice of them. And these 4, I'm pretty proud of. I think that they are good work. I was able to write them relatively quickly. I've been practicing writing. I give myself 1 hour to film these now. And I hate to admit it, it is genuinely fucking stressful. I think it's better overall. I think it's better for burnout because it feels more like having a weightlifting session versus carrying a weighted vest around at every minute of the day. I will also be reassessing that, but these test me spiritually, which feels embarrassing to say about like commander poop jokes, but they really do. Um, so I like everything that got. I am happy with the performance of everything that got posted here. I like everything that got posted to Freecount. I have like 5 videos that I thought about posting this week that did not get posted. So I have to fix that. And you'll notice I'm not doing a lot of explicit goal setting for next week. I think that's bullshit. If you are buying into this, like, let's talk about what we have done to further our dreams, don't tell me what you're going to do. I think when you start telling people what you're going to do, it is like inverse Bankai. You know, like that thing in Bleach and every shonen where everybody says what their fucking powers are. As soon as you tell me what your powers are, they don't work anymore. So I'm not, yeah. So I'm not going to be talking about, oh, here's what I'm going to do to fix it. But I feel like this was a everything that got made, I'm happy with, and I think had the right attitude and had the right angle. I did not make enough. And that is not on some arbitrary third party metric. I did not make enough relative to my own creative drive. I failed myself in that regard. I think another thing I have to figure out is how do I get through stream more efficiently and how do I bounce back from stream earlier? Stream really crushes me mentally. It crushes my jaw. I have a lot of fun doing it, but I am exhausted after it. And I need I need to find a way to make each deck review take less than a fucking hour because I don't think I'm delivering 1 hour of customer satisfaction in each deck review. I think there's like I think there's like 20 minutes of high satisfaction in each deck review, and I very much want to get to like over the course of 30 minutes, we have those 20 minutes, and we have 10 minutes of me taking shots at the wall that might miss or suggesting cards you might not like. I really want to get that tied up too. Um, Let me think what else. Where was my sleep at this week? It was pretty good up until life stuff happened. Again, life stuff is always going to happen. That's not, I don't think that's a meaningful excuse. Um, mm, I think the next bridge I have to cross is what the fuck I do with my Twitch clips. Because I just hired somebody to clip for me. Like 2 weeks ago. And now I can't post them on the main channel because of the shit. So I'm going to try posting them on Freecount. If they do well at all, they'll probably be the first wave of things that get mixed in at the 2-month mark. But I think this week has to be more. Because I'm really pissed off about it. And I don't let myself wake up pissed off enough. And I think I have to do that more. I probably need to clean up my language around it too, because it's not pissed off. It's like it's inspired really, but the only way I know to conceptualize emotion that strong is through anger. And so I always think of it as being pissed off. But this is like I think this could work, and I think I'm not giving this an actual chance to work because the new system is not receiving enough output. Like I have no idea if the thinking about this like a chemical plant. I don't know if the reactors work. I don't know if the conveyor belts work. I don't know if the stamps work. Why? Because I haven't. The sample size is too small. The study doesn't fucking do anything. And I know it's like, oh, it's only been 1 week. Week's a long fucking time. So that's the week, guys. I hope you guys had a good one. I hope this is useful to somebody to hear. And I hope this next one's better.